wanted to elaborate on something that I said this morning. I was thinking about the future of AI and being able to ask it to make video games. And that is really just, there are so many people in my country, at least kids, that just so badly want to grow up and become video game designers. And honestly, that was my dream for a long time, but I uh, I never took a chance to really try to learn how to code. So that language is just, I don't know, but um, that's essentially what it is just a language that you use to communicate with the computer to get it to make a game. But now we could literally break that down into just a simple sentence where you could be like, I want an RPG with an open, completely open world, and just give it a whole bunch of details that describe what you want in English. And even if you say it in different words, whatever your way of communicating that is, as long as you know English or whatever language you know, you'll be able to create video games. And I don't think developers should look at that as a threat. I this morning said, yeah, just let it happen, but obviously that's not a good argument. I think they should look at it as an opportunity because, think of it like places like Valve, or how they got like this big just hub of all these games that you get through them. Well, if you have a huge team of people that are all making their own really, really cool games, and then you just become like, those are, I don't want to say lower branches because I don't really particularly like the idea of paying people less. But I mean, I do see the reason for needing like superior power at the top. At the same time, it it it, uh, it's way, they've gone way too far with how they treat average civilians. It's horrible. That they're holding the whole world back, and I think that's like one of the reasons that I wanted to say this is because I want to give you a genuine reason to do it. You should look at it as an opportunity to have a huge team of people making a whole bunch of games rather than just having to focus on one. And this will be able to bring the price of video games down, which will be able to allow you to reach a way larger audience. So actually, it'd be really beneficial, and I wish other companies all over the world would just realize that holding people in the past and not allowing new ideas to come pop up and take over, light bulbs that last longer, all kinds of things. There's just secret groups of people that just agree not to make anything that lasts too long, or a car that gets too many miles to the gallon. It's a very horrible world we live in. It'd just be great if they would just let these things happen so we could focus on other things. Um, if all the people that are stuck working for a lot of these corporations were freed up, well, all of a sudden they would have the ability to move on, to something new. Our next step as a species. And I think we're just wasting time staying in the past for people to profit, and it stretches even to the medical system, and now just fucking killing people for profit, and it's absolutely horrible. I can't say they're like just killing people, but they're not trying to get to the very root cause. There's not that many cures out there. There's mostly just things that help cover up symptoms, Tylenol, pain relievers. Um, Antibiotics are a miracle for sure, but I mean, how many pills are there that you can just take a few of and then be fixed? Not very many. So it's upsetting that we live in this world right now because I honestly potentially see a very amazing future for us. When at the point in time when we can interact with the forces and potentially get make anti-gravity technology and just even and artificial gravity and do what we want, go anywhere, create artificial environments that are perfect for us and literally go anywhere in the solar system. Maybe live forever. We figure out how to keep our body reproducing cells fast enough that it doesn't start breaking down after you hit the age of 30. And you could be potentially forever young unless you get hit by a bus or something. Oops, it happens.